your destinations to make a plan and follow it. The longer you wait, the more you'll have to put away each month to reach your retirement goals. At what age would you like to retire? And then you ask them, you know, what age it would be. So, Bob and Linda, what age would you guys like to retire at?
Yesterday.
Yeah, I get that a lot from most clients. That's what they usually say. What would you say?
65.
65? Okay. So you plug in 65, gives them 16 years. Let's click on the next one. All right, Bob. Oh, did it 14? Must have updated. Okay. So, Bob, after taxes on a monthly basis, how much do you bring in? It's really key that you say after taxes because this is the income they usually are relying on.
Monthly?
Yeah, monthly.
No. 4,000.
4,000. And Linda, how about you? On a monthly basis, how much do you bring in?
8,000.
8,000. And you're a high roller.
Oh yeah.
Your financial independence number is going to be astronomical.
I know, right?
All right. So, but hey, you're going to sit down with clients sometimes that have really big financial independence numbers. So, what it shows here, this is what I explained to them. You know, as of right now, Bob and Linda, you have about $12,000 coming in on a monthly basis that you clear. The experts say in retirement that you should have between 70 and 90% of your income coming in as if you were working. So, if you were to retire today, your monthly income goal would be about $9,600. So, let me break down here and show you how inflation impacts that money. So, go into assumptions. Make sure it's set at 3.5%. And you know, it's already there, so we're good. Usually it's at 3. You've got to change it from 3 to 3.5. So, Bob and Linda, you know, how does inflation affect your goal? Due to inflation, the cost of items you purchase will increase. Your income goal will also need to increase to keep up with inflation. So, you know, the average annual inflation is about 3.5% right now. So, when you retire in 14 years from now, $15,539 will buy what $9,600 does today. Do you ever think about how inflation can impact the amount of money you need to have saved? It's pretty crazy. So we're going to calculate this number for you. And what you want to do here is you go in, looks like it's already all set up here. Sometimes you have to go in, you want to set life expectancy to 90. Rate of return before retirement, 9%. And that's typically through like working with mutual fund companies that we work with. Rate of return during retirement, 6%. And then you show them their good old numbers. So what I say here is, you know, Bob and Linda, here's your financial independence number. This is the amount of money that you need to have accumulated at retirement that will pay you a passive income so you don't have to work. So it's a little over $3.7 million. A lot of money, right? That's a lot of money for somebody to have to save. So, you know, what I also explained to them there is that you know, the 3.7 million, that's like the best case scenario. So if you can reach that number, you can live off that passive income of about $15,000 per month, and you're not really going to deplete, theoretically, you're not going to deplete any of that principal of that $3.7 million. So now what we're going to do is calculate a couple things here. We calculate how much they currently have saved and what, showing up like that, and what it'll grow to. So, Bob and Linda, what do you guys have accumulated for retirement right now?
About 20,000.
20,000? It's a little far off from your 3.7 million.
Yeah.
And how much are you currently contributing on a monthly basis?
200 a month.
200. And do you have a match through your employer at all? So you're contributing 200, they're contributing 200, right? So you're saving about $400 a month. So what this calculates here, it shows, let me show you, so there we go. So it shows currently with the 20 grand you currently have saved and the $400 monthly savings between your contributions and your employer's contributions, your money that you currently have should grow to about $204,000, okay? Now keep in mind that this is based off a 9% rate of return prior to retirement, so you want to make sure that your investments are, you know, getting the best rate of return they possibly can. We show 9% because that's a pretty average median for the companies that we work with. But keep in mind, if you have investments that are only getting 3% or something, you're not going to get that type of return on this. So that's kind of a good way to kind of plant the seeds to say, hey, maybe you want to look at some better investment vehicles. But what I show here is that based on the 204 that you should have accumulated, you have a shortfall of $3.5 million. So, you know, you show them that shortfall, which is really important. And then you go to this next page here, and it shows them how much they need to save per month to get there. It's pretty exciting. So currently where they stand, they're saving $400 a month, and to get to that 3.7 million, now keep in mind, the older you get, the less time you have to save. So they have about 14 years till retirement based off this little hypothetical we're doing. To get to that number, they need to save almost $11,000 a month. That's pretty much impossible for anybody, right? So what I do there is, by the way, this is a great recruiting tool across the kitchen table. Because what I would say to Bob and Linda, hey Bob and Linda, so this is where you stand right now. You need to save $11,000 a month to get to that $3.7 million. With your current situation with your jobs, do you have any way of currently making up that difference that you need to save? Okay, so I can't guarantee you that I can show you how to make 10 grand a month right off the bat. But would you guys maybe potentially be open to making, if I can show you a way as a professional that helps people to make a couple grand a month part-time to kind of help make up some of that shortfall? So something you'd be open to at least checking out, learning more about. So right there, I have their interest. So I can get them out to an op meeting. I can show them more about the opportunity after I'm done with this hypothetical. And more than likely, because they know that they can't get to that number, they're willing to earn more income. And that's a great way to recruit people. Now another thing too. Let's say Bob and Linda said no, we're not interested. Okay, well, you want to find out why they're not interested for one, but for two. So Bob and Linda, I'm kind of confused. You say you're not interested in maybe earning any additional income. So based off of this here, you really have two choices. The first choice is you can give up on your goals and dreams, and you're not going to be able to retire, or you can choose to do something in addition to your current career that can maybe give you some additional income. Is that something you'd be open to? And then when they think about it, they're like, well, they might make up some excuse. Well, I'm busy, this and that. Okay, so let me ask you this: when you have 10 hours a week that you can maybe dedicate to learning something new and maybe making a couple grand a month, and most people are like, well, yeah, I guess I could, but I've got church on Tuesdays, and I've got softball with the kids on Wednesday, and I'm part of a car club, and we meet on Thursdays, and I got we go to a movie on Friday. So we're really busy. Okay, Bob, Linda, no problem. Well, let me ask you this: out of those four things you just mentioned, what's more important? You reaching your goals and dreams? You find out. You know what I mean? So in our business is based, God, family, business. But beyond that, beyond your family and your faith or whatever, there's really not much more, in my opinion, that could be more important than actually like having money, for retirement or achieving those goals and dreams. And the reality is most people just aren't making enough money. We see all the time, we talk about how in 1999 the median income was $54,000, in 2014 it's $51,000, so it went down $3,000. People are making less money than they were back then. And inflation keeps driving the price of everything we buy up. So the median income should be around $78,000 based off of inflation, and not too many people are even making $78,000. When you sit down with people, so they really have to be, if they want to ever retire, they're going to have to do something in addition to their current career. All right, so moving on, protecting your family. Now that you have a roadmap to save for retirement, let's discuss other major risks we face in life: dying too soon,